Have you ever felt like someone close to you is hiding something beneath their seemingly friendly exterior? Have you ever sensed that something about their behavior just doesn't feel right? They smile, they act nice, but deep down, something feels off, like there's an undercurrent of resentment or hostility. Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, believed that much of human behavior is governed by unconscious desires and emotions. According to Freud, people often hide their darker feelings, particularly those related to hatred or envy, behind masks of civility and charm. But those feelings can still be revealed in subtle ways. Today, we'll explore 14 unmistakable signs that someone close to you might secretly harbor feelings of hatred or resentment, even if they go out of their way to hide it. Be careful. Sign number 12 might make you rethink your relationships entirely. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos about human behavior and psychology. Now, let's dive in. Sarcasm and contempt. Hidden hostility. Sarcasm and contempt often hide hostility. Sarcastic remarks may seem harmless, but often mask deeper issues. They might claim it's all in good fun, but it's often hidden hostility. Freud's concept of the ego explains this behavior. If jokes target insecurities and humiliate, it's repressed contempt. Repeated sarcasm is hidden resentment, not just jokes. The second sign is subtle sabotage. Someone who secretly dislikes you may try to undermine your achievements, often without you even realizing it. This can take the form of giving misleading advice, leaving out important details, or making small mistakes that hinder your progress. Freud's theory of the unconscious mind suggests that some people sabotage others to avoid confronting their own insecurities. If these incidents keep occurring, especially at pivotal moments, it may not be just coincidence. It could be an unconscious attempt to sabotage your success. The third sign is silent competition. Someone who secretly dislikes you may always feel the need to outdo your accomplishments, no matter how small. Every time you achieve something, they find a way to shift the focus to themselves or downplay your success. Freud believed that people with low self-esteem often compete with others to protect their ego. If they constantly seem to be trying to one-up you, it may be a sign that they feel threatened by your success. The fourth sign is apparent kindness, a false sense of support. Someone who secretly dislikes you may pretend to be caring or supportive, but their actions may feel shallow and insincere. They might act concerned when you need help, but when it's time to follow through, they're nowhere to be found. Freud's idea of ego dissociation shows that narcissistic individuals often struggle to emotionally connect with others. Pay attention to how they act in critical moments. If their support always feels insincere or absent, it could be a sign of underlying hostility. The fifth sign is control disguised as caring. Someone who secretly dislikes you may try to control your life under the guise of looking out for you. They may criticize your decisions, offer unsolicited advice, or question your judgment, all while claiming it's for your own good. Freud explained that this behavior is often driven by a fear of internal chaos. If their help always makes you feel more insecure instead of empowered, it might be a manipulation tactic to keep you dependent on them. The sixth sign is criticism and gossip. People who secretly harbor negative feelings toward you will often express those feelings indirectly through gossip. They'll spread false or exaggerated stories behind your back, damaging your reputation without you even knowing it. Freud's theory of projection suggests that these individuals are projecting their own insecurities onto you, trying to discredit you to feel better about themselves. If you notice others treating you differently or spreading rumors, it could be because someone close to you is secretly undermining your reputation. The seventh sign is resentment toward your success. Someone who secretly dislikes you will struggle to celebrate your victories. When you share good news, they might act indifferent, annoyed, or try to change the subject. Freud believed that envy often arises from unresolved internal conflicts. If someone is unable to rejoice in your success, it's likely a sign of hidden resentment. They're probably feeling envious or threatened by your achievements. The eighth sign is hidden details, nonverbal cues that betray their true feelings. Narcissists and those with hidden hostility often try to mask their emotions, but their body language can give them away. A sudden shift in posture, an awkward smile, or avoiding eye contact can all be signs that they're not as comfortable with you as they pretend. Freud argued that the unconscious mind always reveals itself through body language, even when someone tries to hide their true emotions. Pay attention to these small details, because they can reveal a lot more than words ever could. The ninth sign is exclusion, keeping you at arm's length. Someone who secretly dislikes you may deliberately distance themselves from you, leaving you out of important events or conversations. This behavior isn't always overt. They may still engage with you on the surface level, but when it comes to meaningful interactions, they're nowhere to be found. Freud suggested that people who harbor negative feelings toward others often engage in avoidance to prevent confrontation. If you find yourself repeatedly excluded from their inner circle, it's possible they're keeping you at a distance because of unresolved animosity. The 10th sign is passive-aggressive behavior. Someone who secretly dislikes you may not express their feelings outright, but will instead use indirect methods to show hostility. They may give you the silent treatment, withhold important information, or make backhanded compliments. Freud's theory of repression explains that these individuals may not be consciously aware of their hostility, but express it through passive-aggressive actions. If you notice this behavior, it's a clear sign they may be harboring negative feelings beneath the surface. The 11th sign is inconsistent support. Someone who secretly dislikes you may switch between acting friendly and cold, depending on how they feel in the moment. One day they might act like your best friend, offering help and kindness, and the next, they're distant and unresponsive. The 12th sign is deflecting blame. Someone who never takes responsibility for their actions. When things go wrong, they will always find a way to shift the blame onto others, especially you. This deflection is a tactic to protect their ego and avoid facing their own mistakes, often because they feel deeply insecure or resentful. Freud's theory of projection suggests that people who secretly harbor negative emotions toward others often project those feelings onto someone else. If you notice this person never owns up to their errors and consistently blames others, it could be a sign that they're trying to hide their true feelings of resentment or hostility toward you. The 13th sign is fake praise. Someone who is constantly over-complimenting you, but in a way that feels exaggerated or hollow. While compliments are usually a sign of appreciation, someone who secretly dislikes you may give excessive praise in a way that feels forced or insincere. They may tell you how amazing or incredible you are, but their tone, body language, or the context just doesn't add up. Freud also believed that when people have unresolved issues with themselves, they may engage in this behavior to mask their underlying resentment. If the compliments feel uncomfortable or seem like an attempt to manipulate or diminish your achievements, it might be a sign of secret hostility. The 14th sign is testing your boundaries. Someone who secretly hates you may push your limits by ignoring your personal space or making you feel uncomfortable. They might ask intrusive questions or make demands that overstep your comfort zone. They justify their actions as curiosity or playfulness, but it's about testing your tolerance. Until next time, see you in the next video and take care of yourself.